So the stage is set. The Green Bay Packers will be coming to Philadelphia next Sunday and face off against the Eagles in a Super Wildcard Weekend matchup. The 7th-seeded Packers are coming off back-to-back losses against division rivals, while the Eagles are coming off back-to-back wins without Jalen Hurts. We have a lot to break down in this video, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's discuss the injuries right out of the gate. On the Eagles side, there's nothing really concerning them on the injury report. Jalen Hurts has missed the last 2 games due to a concussion he suffered against Washington in Week 16, but at this point, they're just playing things safely with him. He will be good to go 100% for the matchup against Green Bay. On the Packers side, there's a lot more to be concerned with. On Sunday, Packers wide receiver Christian Watson suffered a torn ACL and will miss the matchup against the Eagles on Sunday. This is a huge blow for the Packers as Watson hauled in the second most receiving yards by a wide receiver for the Packers this season, behind only Jaden Reed. They already have limited options to throw to, but with Watson out, Dontavian Wicks is going to have to step up and play a bigger role. Jordan Love came out of last Sunday's game with an elbow injury, and though he would have been able to come back into the game, he has still been limited at practice this week. This injury is on his throwing arm, and it is bound to make him uncomfortable for the game. Love's elbow is going to be a big storyline going into this matchup, and I expect to see less passing by the Packers this week. Closing out the Packers' really notable injuries is star corner Jair Alexander has been ruled out for the season as he needs surgery for a PCL injury. Losing Alexander really hurts their defense. Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine look poised to be lined up against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and that is no small task at all. I want to talk about the running game for both squads. Both the Packers and the Eagles have incredible running games, led by incredible running backs in Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley. Both are in the top 5 in rushing yards per game, with the Eagles sitting at number 2 and with about 30 more yards per game than the Packers. Both are top 5 in rushing touchdowns and rushing attempts as well, meaning we will see a lot of it on Sunday in this matchup. Barkley just came off one of the best running back seasons we have seen in a while, rushing for 2,000 yards, and Josh Jacobs had an insane season as well in his first year with the Packers. Both teams have a great offensive line, providing lanes for these running backs to do their work. It's going to be a real trench battle this weekend, one that should be very enjoyable for the fans. Defense is another area of strength for both teams. The Eagles have the best defense in football, and the Packers are right up there with them. The Birds are the only team to allow under 300 yards per game at 278, and the Pack is up there at 6th at 315 per game. The Eagles also have the best pass defense in the league, unlike the Packers who are 13th, and will be without one of their best defenders on Sunday. Both are top 10 in the league in run defense, with the Packers at 7 and the Eagles at 10. The Eagles are just under the top spot for points allowed per game at 17.8, and the Packers are at 6th in the league at 19.9. It is safe to say that both defenses are playing at the top of their game, and it is going to be a fun battle on Sunday. The Eagles beat out the Packers in every defensive category except run defense, but they aren't too far behind. The Packers are much farther behind the Eagles in pass defense, which begs the question, are the Eagles going to look to pass more against the Packers defense, who is now missing Jair Alexander? I don't think that will be on their mind too much, but it's definitely something to think about. The Eagles are the favorite in this matchup for a reason. They are the better team. That is no discredit to the Packers. They are a very good football team, they just aren't on the same level as the Eagles this season. I don't want to hear from Packers fans in the comments saying that they are better than the Eagles, because they are under them in almost every category. In terms of their players, the Eagles have the advantage at quarterback, running back, receivers, offensive line, and defense. As long as the Eagles do their thing and don't shoot themselves in the foot, I think they should come out of this first round with a victory. Before I get into my predictions, let me know what you guys think the outcome will be. Comment below what you think the score will be and who will win. Also, let me know who you think is going to have a good game. I'm going with the Eagles winning in statement fashion with a 31-17 victory. Jalen Hurts is going to be the MVP of this game after all the questions about his concussion. He responds to the doubters, and I think he does that here. The Eagles are just flat out the better team. They are the 2 seed for a reason, and the Packers are the 7 seed for a reason. The Packers are also banged up while the Eagles stroll into the playoffs completely healthy. There is a way the Packers come out of Philly with a win, but that's only if the Eagles shoot themselves in the foot. That will happen if they abandon the run game, have stupid play calling, or draw too many penalties. That is what happened in the Washington game, and that is the only way I think they lose against Green Bay. Let me know what you guys think about my takes for this wild card matchup and if you agree with them or disagree. Like the video to show your support to the channel, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. We're just a couple days away from the big game, so get ready to watch Eagles playoff football. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.